Wild apples, although they may look a little bit scabby and wormy, they are often more delicious than those you're gonna find in the store, and they're all organic and delicious. Today we're gonna head out. We're looking to find some wild apples, little crab apples. It's a really great beginner's wild edible because it's unmistakable. An apple's an apple, and we can make some really great recipes and find some flavors that you won't necessarily find in the grocery store in these apples. So, should be fun. My name is Shawn Adler. I'm a chef and restaurateur of Flying Chestnut Kitchen and Powwow Cafe. I've been cooking professionally for 23 years. I've been foraging my whole life. Today we're picking apples here in the bush, and it's a very easy wild edible to wildcraft yourself. It's clearly an apple. Often they'll be like, a little pit marked, a little pocky, but what you get is a really nice apple to cook with, actually. 3 guidelines for harvesting wild apples and crab apples is make sure you bring a knowledgeable guide, ensure you have permission to gather from that land, and number 3, ensure that you don't overharvest. Make sure you do leave some wild apples for the wildlife. So this is what I would consider a wild apple tree. It's probably at one point a cultivated variety. The seed has probably been dropped here in the bush by a bird, because we're not in an old orchard, we're just in the middle of a bush. And it's very sweet. It's they're nice apples. So those will make great applesauce. We can poach them. Wild apples are high in pectin as well, so you can make a really nice apple jam, things like that. Each variety of apple you're gonna find is different in the sense of how it cooks up. So here's how you make a red wine poached crab apple. We're gonna begin with peeling the apples and then coring with a melon ball. Next, in a large bowl, we're adding a cup of goat's cheese and a 1/4 cup of honey, and we're gonna mix it up. Next, in a large saucepan, we're gonna add a cup of brown sugar, a teaspoon of ground black pepper, and 4 star anise. Top it up with a bottle of red wine. Poach your crab apples until tender, approximately 20 minutes. Each crab apple will take a different amount of time based on the variety of apple and the ripeness, so you can test doneness with a paring knife. You wanna poach just until tender. You can put your apples in the fridge and use once cool. The longer you leave the apples in the poaching liquid, the more color they will take on. Next, once the apples are cool, we fill with the goat's cheese mixture and plate on a bed of microgreens topped with candied walnuts and edible flowers. In today's marketplace, there's so many different apples on the market that have been, I think, bred specifically to be super ultra sweet eating out of a hand, whereas all these wild varieties I think they're more nuanced. You get the satisfaction of being able to go harvest something yourself and see where it actually comes from the land. It doesn't come from a supermarket. You can feel good about that. This is clearly a nice organic tree. It's, you pay big money for organic apples. So.